Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back KS family. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently up 4.25% to 5722. Well done, Bitcoin. Ethereum up 3.08% to 4106. From my 30 years in financial markets, I explain the smart money mindset to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, gaining real wealth in the process. If you would like updates on price movements in the crypto market 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. Rule number 4, price moves in waves. Price moves in waves is a central tenet of all financial markets, but it actually happens in life as well. Life can get choppy for all of us, especially around the silly season, the festive season. It can be joyous for many people, but unfortunately for some, it's not so good. If you're going through a life pullback, please understand that the seas will calm down, the sun will come out again, and there's always hope. Our love and healing thoughts are with you, and you're not alone. If you're going through a life pullback at the moment, just know deep in your heart you're being prepared for a life rally. Things are going to improve, and it will be better than ever. I'd like to thank the many community members who've reached out and given their feedback on the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass. This is from MG. The Masterclass is above and beyond everything I expected from it, and my expectations, knowing you from your daily market updates on YouTube, were quite high. It's an absolutely incredible and motivating to see such mastery, and you sharing what you've learned over decades is a life-changing present for so many of us. It definitely is for me. This is probably the most financial life-changing event of my life so far, and I will never forget it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, MG. Peter, have to say, so far the masterclass is the best course I have done. It's exciting and full of unbelievably valuable information. Thanks, Ken. Thanks so much, Peter. And Cheryl, love the masterclass. I just want to let everybody know that the masterclass 90% discount is ending on the 31st of December. If you can take advantage of the discount by then, you automatically become a foundation member, and that comes with some very special privileges that I'll explain next year. The masterclass is very special. It's about transferring my 30 plus years of experience in financial markets to save you years of learning and losses using smart money rules. I want to enable you to do what I do by transferring my knowledge to you so that you can be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. There are 5 components in the masterclass. The foundations component, very, very powerful background foundations that you need to learn and to understand. Then there's the trend component. Where is crypto going? How to interpret different markets. Timing, how to do a selection, short list. Real wealth, how to get your attitude and mind correct to attract wealth. This is incredibly important. Trigger, how to buy and sell effectively. All of these foundations are time released, and you'll find that I absolutely assume no knowledge before. When I was lecturing first and second year statistics, I would build up all the students' knowledge bases just by using the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to explain very complex statistical formulae. Things don't need to be complex, and I focus on simplicity and practicality. Foundation members have 4 years access. After the 31st of December, that will drop to 2 years. The Foundation Masterclass is constantly updated. It's not static content, and it's community driven. That is, that you can reach out to me and say, Ken, I would like a video on something, and I will do so. I'll do deep dives into it and share it with the Masterclass. Gabskar said something very nice. I thought I had a good foundation, but I was wrong. I recommend to do the course if you can afford it. The price is well worth it. And Travis also reached out. He said, please let everyone know that they absolutely must sign up to this if they're looking to expand their profitability and wisdom in the world of crypto and trading. Thank you, Travis, and thank you, Gabskar. A big focus of the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass is intergenerational wealth. Flamingo said that she will be passing on the knowledge to her children aged 22 and 18. Very beautiful. That's what we stand for as a community. If you would like to become a foundation member, there's only 1 week to go. Just please reach out and email me at kstandf@gmail.com. Rule 774, master yourself to master the market. As a community, we focus on real wealth. Real wealth is much more than money. Real wealth is about maintaining and creating a positive excellence life trend. It's a trend that's built on integrity and decency, kindness, authenticity, empathy and love, but especially inner peace and outer peace. It's also about creating closer families wherever possible and transferring that knowledge into intergenerational positive life trends full of financial wealth and meaning. I'd just like to reach out and to say hi to Chris, Samuel, Neela and Rudy. Thank you so much for viewing the channel and reaching out and saying hi. We're a community-centric channel. Many people just focus on money, thinking that will solve problems. Of course, having more money is important, but money without meaning is simply another form of poverty. Self-doubt and self-sabotage are two enemies that can destroy people's lives unknowingly. One way to fight those twin problems is to understand you're worthy automatically just because you're breathing. And why is that? Because you're absolutely unique. No one in the history of the world has been you, has had the skills, the background, the experiences that you've had, and nobody ever will in the future history of the human race. Therefore, you absolutely deserve kindness, love, meaning, and every success in life. But that comes with a condition that you need to be kind. Kindness is a very underestimated thing. Being kind is the basis of civilization itself, and especially being kind to yourself. Whatever's happened in your past is no longer relevant. Today is a new day. Being kind to yourself is the first step. It's very difficult to be kind to others if you can't be first kind to yourself. Rule 138, all investors become traders every time they buy or sell. The activity for investors and traders is absolutely identical. Investors buy, traders buy, investors sell, traders sell. They just do so in certain different ways. Traders must get it right. They have to be scientific about what they do. When many people get called into the crypto market, it's because they see these incredible returns. For example, Bitcoin up 115% for the year, as opposed to gold down 4% and the S&P 500 up 28%. And if you look across time, those returns are just incredible. And the problem is, when people get into the market, they go through these 4 stages. KS Zone analysis are the 4 stages that all investors and traders progress through to become consistently profitable and attain real wealth. Zones 1 and 2 require certainty, and that creates terror, sleepless nights, a lot of blame, a lot of conflict. Zone 1 is the panic zone. Zone 2, the blame zone, where external conflict and attacking others reigns. It's not hard to see people that are in Zone 2. They're very acidic. Kindness solves this. When people can move from Zone 1 to Zone 2 into Zone 3, just with kindness and understanding that they can't pick the lotto numbers for the next draw. Nobody can. You can only use probability. Being kind is the way to move around these particular zones. And it's also important to be kind to others. When they're going through Zone 2 behavior, you just reach out and you try and understand what is going on. Empathy is really important. Kindness always is a good thing. Zone 3 is the patience and rule zone, where probabilistic fearlessness reigns. It's all about probability, understanding that there is a chance that things could go in multiple directions, and being prepared for that. We talk about that all the time on the channel. It's also about having a lot of rules. You have rule-based behavior, very, very different from zones 1 and 2. Zones 1 and 2, there are literally no rules. Zone 3 is full of rules. Zone 4 is the meaning zone. That's all about real wealth. There are many people that are consistently profitable and consistently miserable. Having money doesn't solve problems. It can just magnify issues. Having meaning does solve problems. It creates a life worth living. It's really, really important to pursue both financial wealth and meaning. It's a green day today, so not many people are doing the light switch effect, or are they? Zone 1 and Zone 2 are all about the light switch effect. It's like people literally go all in or all out. They see green, they buy. They see red, they sell. They switch the light off. What we do in Zone 3 and 4, the institutional smart money mindset, is all about probabilistic fearlessness. And this is a beautiful way to live your life as well. So many rules that apply to trading, professional trading and professional investing, can be used in life to lead a much more beautiful life. What people in Zone 3 and Zone 4 do is that they scale into a position, typically when it's red, and they scale out of a position, typically when it's green. But of course, there's much more to it. There's another fundamental difference between investors and traders. Traders treat their investments like stock. They open a shop, a financial shop, and they stock the shelves with different cryptos. For example, have a bit of Mana, a bit of Sand, a bit of Axie, a bit of Engine, a bit of Matic, Doge and SHIB, Bitcoin and ETH on the back shelf. And one thing that they always do, traders are always taking profit. Investors can just acquire different cryptos and literally close the doors and say, when it goes up to 20x, I'll open the doors and I'll sell. We have to be very mindful of what the market is doing. The trading mindset gives surgical precision on analyzing market moves. It's very, very valuable. Rule 45, no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. This is a particularly important rule. When you look at the market like this, what do you see? What's the first thing you see? Hopefully you see that Bitcoin is going up. Bitcoin's gravity is pulling everything else up. But Bitcoin's gravity is actually restricted by resistance lines. That's why we've got to always continuously look into the market and see what is happening. Professional investors and traders are very special. They make in advance probabilistic choices. They have 3 strategies simultaneously playing out in their head. What happens if things go up exponentially? What happens if things go down exponentially? And what happens, or what will they do if things just go horizontal and stagnate for a while? I invented KS3 color analysis to help people new to the industry to understand what the likely direction of price movement is. I'll just zoom in to this particular area to give you a better look. With this sort of analytical framework, you have a very easy way to understand what is actually cooking in the crypto market. What you can see is price was being well supported by this downward support line. It was trying to break over a resistance line, and it did so eventually. What's happened? It came up to a level of resistance at 49,305, wobbled around a bit, and now is on an uptrend, seeking to get into this green area. We can see the price is starting to repair. This is fantastic news, and we can see it playing out across the entire crypto market. No alt escapes Bitcoin's gravity. Our support and resistance lines are really important. We can see this upward resistance line currently constraining price. It's almost the price came up here, hit a roof, couldn't get through, came down, but there's a good degree of support if it holds around, for example, the 49,625 mark. We have very solid support at 49,305. We now have an upward support line too. It could conceivably be the price bubbles around here, gets into a cradle, and pushes through this green area. Always remember, we have 3 positions that we go from. Price is towards the upper end of this I don't know where I'm going zone, very technically named. But the concept is it isn't out of there just yet. It's close, but just not quite. Professional traders and investors actually make volatility their best friend. They love these candles down, these long wicks down. They have a volatility fund where they put a certain amount of money aside to buy these long tail rejections. For example, if we take that long tail rejection, that actually came up over 23% to here in just a matter of days. These can be incredibly profitable buying opportunities. That's why we know the price is negatively biased and we seek to make volatility our best friend. How do we make volatility our best friend? We actually have limit orders waiting in the market at these green zones. Institutions love to do what are called technical violations. They love to get price up to a level, dump it down, only have to have people reverse their decisions, and then they drive it up. And the inverse also happens. Just be aware of that. That's why we need to be very fast in our thinking and cover all three positions off simultaneously. Looking at the crypto fear and greed index, we can see it's at 41. It's now fear, up from several days ago when it was down at 23. We can see over time confidence is being restored into the crypto market. Momentum is actually gathering underneath here. This is a really good thing. Always remember, the best time to buy is when there is extreme fear in the market. The lower this reading, the more professionals actually enter. Coming back to the shop analogy, professionals buy, for example, mana when it's down, not when it's overpriced. That is a fundamental difference between retail and professional. Let's do a quick fly through of the data. We can see the transportation indexes rebounding. Inflation expectations, the 5-year and the 10-year, have bounced upwards. Bitcoin against the Indian rupee is starting to turn around. The Chinese property market is still under extreme stress. These are just the prices of Evergrande, Fantasia, Cynic, Greenland, Kaiser, Country Garden and Vanke. We can see they're basically fallen off a cliff. We've had a little bit of a modest bounce, but not so much. Evergrande is this blue line. We always look at stocks and bonds and crypto and understand the interplay every single day. When bond prices go up, it means people are getting out of stocks and crypto. When bond prices come down and yields go up, people are transferring their money across to the stock market and crypto. Looking at the VIX, the fear index for the stock market, we can see the fear is coming out of the market. What does that mean? It means the prices are going up. We can see prices are hitting a level of resistance up here. We would expect a downplay in prices. Potentially, that's the probability, but it could just shoot through here. Please be aware of that too. We can see oil prices have rebounded from a level of technical support, broken through a level of resistance, and are going up. What do we see with bond prices? They're starting to go down. This is a really, really good thing. This supports crypto very well. What about yields? Yields are coming up from a technical bounce from support. This is also really good. What do we notice with gold? Gold is finally on the way up. Congratulations, gold. The DXY, the US dollar currency index, is coming in here to test support again. What do we expect? When anything tests support, we expect a technical bounce. Rule 28, opportunities reset daily. We can see when we look at Bitcoin on the 8-hour, it's passed across this level of resistance. That's a fantastic sign. What does that mean? It's pulling the whole market up with it. That's what we want. That's what we've been waiting for. Well done, Bitcoin. Ethereum, what do we see here? Ethereum is consolidating around that support level and starting to move up. Binance Coin has been incredibly strong, starting to move across its level of resistance. We can see Solana quite clearly moving across this tight level of resistance, has a support line underneath here. But always be aware, technical violations can occur at any stage. It's always important to remember Rule 114, markets penalize certainty. If you're absolutely certain of something, if retail investors are certain of something, the institutions will go in the opposite direction. Really, really important, Rule 114. As we noted in yesterday's episode, ADA was looking quite good, starting to break out from resistance. It may absolutely make a play for this 171 level. Well done, ADA. Good to see ADA coming back to life. XRP is doing well. It's performing very strongly. DOT is staging a little bit of a bounce there. Let's hope it keeps on going. Luna is going bananas. It's fantastic actually. What we always want to look at is following strength. One thing that you will note with your 10, 5, 10 levels, if price gets too far away, you want to lift these 10, 5, 10 levels up. That's something that causes confusion in a lot of people. How do I move those levels? We're going to do very deep dives in the masterclass about it, but from a cursory perspective, if price gets too far away from these 10, 5, 10 levels based on the variability inside that specific crypto, I'm not talking about Luna, I'm just talking about any crypto, then you just move the levels up. Looking at the next day, we can see Doge just peaking above its resistance level, very tight. AVAX is going under strength, looking very, very powerful, very good. We noted before that SHIB looked like it was going to bounce, and that's exactly what it's done. Well done to the SHIB holders out there. Matic looking very strong. Litecoin starting to stage a bounce, could come back to test this resistance here. Uni doing the same, coming back to test resistance is a potential if Bitcoin continues to improve. Just keep your eye on Bitcoin, that's the key. Algo, under resistance, just past it, starting to peak around. Next level, testing resistance at around the 183 mark. We can see Chainlink starting to turn around too. Next test around 2760. Bitcoin Cash, we can see that it's under resistance starting to turn around. It's not a strong turnaround, but we would expect the next level of resistance around 541. We can see Tron, TRX. What's Tron up to? It's starting to turn around, but not strongly. It may still be under pressure. Decentraland, Mana, looking really good, starting to turn around. Next target, conservative, 486. Further target, 580. Axie Infinity starting to bounce, getting that technical bounce from support. Next target, 137.54. Higher target, 162.15. When we look at Stellar, starting to turn around, that's much better turnaround than what we see in Bitcoin Cash and Tron. This is stronger. You always want to go with strength. Next target, approximately 31.67. VET starting to turn around as well. Next target, immediate target, 10.986. Could go much further than that, but we need to keep our eye on what happens with Bitcoin. Cosmos, Atom, looking really good. Next target, 37.34. FTX token, FTT, also looking very nice, getting above that resistance level. But the next level, conservative, 51.91, then we would expect 60.25. Let's have a look at the next day. We can see EGLD consolidating down here. Like there's a bit of a recovery, but it's relatively weak. But the next level of resistance would be around, for example, the 335 mark. One thing, especially for the masterclass students, a lot of people want to just extend their lines. I would advise against that. What you want to do is that you want to always fit the particular line in a specific way and not fit it to current price action. Thereby you do what most people don't do in the market, which is just extend your lines with skill. Don't worry about getting the computer to do it for you. Just extend it up, keeping it really, really diligent, taking your time. Don't worry about extending right. That's just a very, very pro tip. We can extend right at certain times and it comes in handy, but if you actually do it and develop the skill, That will help the EC method. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's have a go through these ones. We can see ICP very much under resistance. It may stage a comeback to approximately $36, but we would keep away from anything that is not showing strength. There's a huge gap in profitability between something like Sand. For example, Sand just raised up from, let's just call it $5 to $6.31. That's a much better return, and the trend is going in the right direction. This trend with ICP, and unfortunately File, is going in the wrong direction. This could cost you an enormous amount of money. It's really, really important to stay on the side of strength. We can see File still under a lot of resistance, could stage a technical comeback to say 45.63, but again, follow strength. That's a much, much more profitable thing to do. You want your money to go up, not sit underwater. H-bar, we can see very nice. This is a good, strong comeback. We would expect a test initially at the 36.44 mark and then at the 41.43 mark. Maybe a bit of wobbling around that line, around that once resistance, turning it to support if Bitcoin's fingerprint plays out in the right direction. We're always looking at those three choices in the market. We can see Theta is coming into an area of resistance. What the problem is, when you have cryptos like this with these downward trends, there's a lot of sellers pushing the price down. They have certainty they can push the price down, and they've been doing it for a while. Of course, it can reach, and I say can reach a point of exhaustion where things could turn around. But you have to be really, really careful, because if you've got a lot of selling momentum behind a particular crypto, the probability is that it will continue. Let's have a look at Ethereum Classic starting to turn around. Potential play up to about 48.76 and then 54.32. Everything is dependent on Bitcoin's gravity. Always please keep that in mind. Look at Nia. It's gone far. Wherever you are, Nia. I keep on singing that Celine Dion song from Titanic. Okay, what we're seeing here is a very spiky chart. I'll just zoom in to Nia to give you a bit of a perspective. What we're seeing is some rejection here, these long tails like this. There's a lot of selling up here. The CryptoTradingKS community does not FOMO. We're not concerned with missing out on anything. We know that all price moves in a wave. For example, if we were here, we wouldn't be concerned about missing out on this wave because we know it's coming into a level of resistance. It could be rejected. Many people get trapped into these long spikes and they buy when price just reverses on them. It's really important to layer your buys. Never worry about missing out. Look at that difference. That particular spike was a full bar. It came all the way up and then plummeted all the way back. These kind of news spikes can happen in the market all the time. We're really wary of them as professional traders and investors. Look at what it did then. It rejected that particular line, that resistance line, came back, went underwater, and then what's happening? Crossing across resistance, starting to consolidate out, crossing across another resistance level, starting to fly. What do we expect here? The first thing we expect is price is negatively biased, and we're looking for these long tail rejections. We would be buying at levels of support down at key zones, for example the 1164 mark, which is quite nice. If you wanted to participate, you could buy up a little bit higher, but just beware. What this is basically telling us, and we'll look into this much more in depth in the masterclass, is all about the psychology of the buyers. We have a higher level of resistance up at $18.40, but we know the price is always moving in a wave. We don't FOMO, we don't worry about anything. We just say, okay, the buy orders are in the market, I'll let price come to me. Just to give you a different dynamic, what you're looking at here is near just going back further in time. When you see price starting to get away from you, you might say, I need to get in. But look what price does. When people were up here, they'd be saying, oh, it's going to the moon, it's all over. But the concept is price is always moving in a wave. People are booking profits, coming back into the market and testing the market. What you can see is nothing is so certain as a moonshot in crypto. Things move around a lot. And if you understand that, you automatically are ahead of about 90% of retail investors and traders. Looking at this kind of price momentum, you can see that there are no shortages of buying opportunities, especially if you make volatility your best friend. What that actually means is that you look at volatility and you use it for your advantage, buying the price when it goes down, just waiting patiently. And that's not easy for a lot of people to do, but it's the hallmark of a professional, and that's what it's all about. Personally, if I was interested in NIA, I would put a 10-5-10 level down at 9,342, expecting that this spiky behavior could reverse. You could also put another level in at 10,531. The key is that we never miss out. There's always so many opportunities in the crypto market, and opportunities reset every day. Rule 444, ignore tips, advice, and marketing. Really important rule for you to embrace. What I do here each day is to try to give you an insight into the professional smart money mindset, so you can ignore every tip, every piece of advice, and every piece of marketing, and just make your own way with strength into the crypto market. Let's have a look at the community favorites, starting with VRA, Veracity. What a great name Veracity is. What we're seeing here is current price is coming into a level of resistance around the 432.2065 level. If price keeps on moving with the gravity of Bitcoin, we would expect the next level to be at 5772351. Wow, that's quite a mouthful. If it hits this particular resistance line and rebounds, we would expect something around 342.8954. Let's have a look at Icon. Icon is doing quite well. It's actually escaped that resistance line. That means the next play is 1741, with more likely to actually exceed that and go to around 2169. If it rejects, if Bitcoin's gravity starts to come down, we could expect accumulation around the 195 mark. Looking at Digibyte currently trading at 38.34. We could expect a move up to 43.21 or a consolidation down to 33.38. With the way that the market is currently going, the probability is on hitting this resistance level. If it gets through that, the next target is 50.49. Looking at IOTA is doing really well. It's come up to that resistance line already and just been pinged off it, and that is a particular level, 135.56, currently trading at 128.89. When IOTA gets above this resistance line, the next one is 157.67. If it comes down and does a consolidation again, we would expect 110.20 to play out. We can see stacks, very different look in this particular chart. The consolidation level is at the support line. This is what we love to see as professional traders and investors. We love buying at support wherever possible. Current price 2,347, a level below 1,968, a level above 3,054. Let's have a look at RLC. Currently 3,244, a level above 4,026, the level below 2,768. Aave is looking really interesting. I've just done a little bit of a markup here to help people who are interested in Aave. We're coming into a resistance line at $272.10. The next level of resistance, where we have a confluence of resistances, is at $334.10. If we get a rejection from resistance, we could expect a retracement to 227.60 or down further to 188.70. Really good to keep your eyes on these lines. Let's have a look at Cartesi, CTSI, doing well, getting across resistance. Next play, well, current price 77.94. Next play 99.91. Above that 121.30. Below that 65.26. I hope that helps. Just a quick reminder, the Masterclass Foundation membership discount ends on the 31st of December. That's only a week away. That's the 90% off discount. If you would like to take advantage of the Foundation membership status, please reach out to me at kstandf@gmail.com. The festive season is a really beautiful opportunity to give gifts to those we love and those we care about. There's a real wealth gift that you can give to yourself and also to other people. Give what you wanted but never received. This is a really vital concept. Sometimes we feel that we've missed out in life, that we haven't been given it and something that we really thought we deserved. There are two ways we can progress through life with that philosophy. You can say, because I never had that, I'll never give it. Or you can say, because I never have that, I know what it feels like not to give it. I will give what I wanted but never received. What a beautiful, beautiful thing to do. One of the most beautiful gifts you can ever give anyone is the gift of kindness and understanding. And the ultimate time to give kindness is when you least feel like doing it. Sometimes people can be very acidic, they can be very salty, but if you give people kindness and understanding, that can make all the difference. It's a fast track way to inner peace and just understanding that everybody goes through things in life. Maybe they don't mean it, or maybe they do, but it's not important. Just having a solid inner core of peace is really, really important. It gives so much meaning in life. This can be our secret word today, kindness and giving kindness. If you'd like to chat about it in the comments, I think it's such a beautiful, beautiful topic to comment on. I hope you found the content useful. Look at Bitcoin, it's just taking off. Good on you, Bitcoin. Yay, you're going to make so many people happy. Please consider sharing and liking this video if you think it will help others. Thank you very much to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers. Please say hi and let me know where you're viewing from and if you have any questions. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. I've left helpful links in the description of this video. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Have a beautiful, beautiful festive season. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.